$847. That's your investment account, not your savings, your investment account. You check it at 11:51 p.m., sitting on a secondhand couch you told yourself was temporary 2 years ago. You check it again at 11:52. Still $847. You make $54,000 a year. You have $29,000 in student loans, $3,800 on a credit card, and a 401k you've never looked at. Because looking at it makes it real. You put $847 into a brokerage account 4 months ago because someone on Reddit said just start. So you started. This video is that map. From $0 to $100 million in investments. Every level, every feeling, every change. Let's go. Level 1. $0 invested. You don't have a brokerage account. You've thought about it maybe 20 times. You watched a video about index funds last month. You have the app downloaded but never finished signing up. There's always a reason. The market is too high right now. You'll start when things calm down. You'll do it next month when you have more money. But next month keeps moving forward and the money never feels like enough. And the right time never actually shows up. Here's what nobody tells you at zero. Every single day you wait, inflation is eating your money quietly. Not dramatically, just slowly. Every year, the $10,000 sitting in your checking account buys a little less than it did last year. You don't feel it. That's the problem. You only feel it years later when you look up and wonder where it all went. Your coworker mentions his Roth IRA at lunch. You nod like you know exactly what he's talking about. You Google it in the parking lot. You read for 10 minutes and close the tab. That's zero. Not lazy, not stupid. Just waiting for permission that nobody is going to give you. Rule number 1. At zero, your biggest problem isn't losing money in the market. It's the years you spend standing outside of it. Level 2. $500. You put $500 in on a random Tuesday. No big plan. No perfect moment. You just did it. Click the button, transferred the money, and the second it left your account, your stomach dropped like you'd done something you couldn't take back. $500 doesn't feel like investing. It feels like a mistake waiting to happen. Next morning, you check it. Down $14. You check it at lunch. Down $19. Every part of you wants to pull it out. You don't. And that one decision, that small choice to not panic, is honestly more important than the $500 itself. Because the fear you feel at $500 is the exact same fear you'll feel at $50,000. The number gets bigger, the fear stays the same. Learning to sit with it now is everything. 3 weeks later, your $500 is $531. You didn't do anything. You were at work, cooking dinner, watching Netflix. And in the background, without asking you, your money made $31. That's the moment it clicks, not the $31. The idea behind it. Money can work while you sleep. You just have to put it somewhere and leave it alone. Rule number 2. $500 doesn't teach you about returns. It teaches you what it feels like to let money move without chasing it every 5 minutes. Level 3. $5,000. You set up automatic transfers, $150 a month. Every first of the month, automatic. It leaves before you can spend it. That's the whole strategy. That's literally it. The market drops 11% one fall. Your uncle texts you. Sell everything. A news headline says it's going to get worse. Your $5,000 is now $4,400. You feel it. You really feel it. But you read enough by now to know one thing. The people who sell when it drops are the same people who miss it when it comes back up. And it always comes back up. So you close the app. You stop checking every day. You let it sit. 6 months later, you're at $5,900. You never touched it. The market did the work. This is when your whole relationship with time changes. You stop thinking about money month to month. You start thinking 5 years out, 10 years out. And that shift alone, like just that change in how you think, is worth more than any stock tip anyone will ever give you. Rule number 3. $5,000 is where you stop thinking investing is complicated. You realize it's just slow, and slow is okay. Level 4. $25,000. You've been doing this for 4 years. Nobody knows. You don't talk about it. It just sits there in an account you check maybe once a week now because you finally trust the process enough to stop watching it like it might run away. $25,000 doesn't feel like you're rich. You know that. But something happened this year that surprised you. Your portfolio made $2,200 on its own. Not money you worked for. Not overtime, not a side job. $2,200 that just appeared because you left your money alone and let compounding do what compounding does. You're 29 years old and your money has a job. That sentence sounds small. It isn't. Most people your age have money that just sits there. Yours is actually doing something. You bump your contributions to $300 a month. Not because you suddenly have more money, because you did the math on the difference between $150 and $300 over the next 25 years. The difference isn't $45,000. It's over $700,000. Same years, same market, just double the input. Rule number 4. At $25,000, you stop saving money and start deploying it. There's a difference. One is hiding money, the other is using it. Level 5, $100,000. 6 figures in your investment account. You're 33. You hit it on a Wednesday. You checked the number 3 times. Then you closed the app and made dinner because you didn't know what else to do with the feeling. $100,000 in investments is not flashy. You can't see it. You can't show it to anyone. Your apartment is the same. Your car is the same. From the outside, your life looks identical to 4 years ago. But here's what changed. Your account made $9,400 last year without you doing anything. $9,400. That's 2.5 months of rent. That's a used car. That's money that exists because of a decision you made at 25 to stop waiting for the right time. The market crashed hard 2 years ago. You lost $21,000 on paper in 2 months. You held. It came back. It went past the old number. It's sitting at $100,000 right now because you did the hardest thing in investing. Nothing. You did nothing when everything in you said do something. Rule number 5. $100,000 isn't the finish line. It's proof that the boring strategy actually works. Every dollar after this is just that proof getting louder. Level 6. $250,000. Something changes in how people talk to you. Not because you told anyone. You haven't. You never do. But something is different in how you carry yourself and people feel it without knowing why. A friend pitches you a crypto thing at dinner. Guaranteed 40% returns. His cousin made a killing. You listen. You smile. You say you'll think about it. You don't think about it. Not because it's definitely a scam. Because you have something that works and the cost of chasing something shinier isn't just the money you might lose. It's the compounding you'd interrupt. And interrupted compounding is the most expensive thing in investing. Your portfolio this year, $22,000 in returns. Passive. Automatic. While you were at work, on vacation, asleep. You now make more money from your investments in a year than some people make at their jobs. Let that sit for a second. You start rebalancing more carefully. You add a little international exposure. You're not obsessed. You're not glued to charts. But you're paying attention now the way a good driver pays attention. Not panicking, just aware. Rule number 6. At $250,000, the portfolio starts having a personality. You stop making emotional decisions. You start making structural ones. See. Credit cycles. Demographic shifts. Infrastructure waves. You position ahead of them. The way a sailor reads the weather 3 days before the storm. Sometimes you're wrong. Being wrong at this level means a position underperforms by 1% or 2. It does not mean your life changes. Your life stopped being affected by market swings years ago. There's a meeting, 5 people in a room, combined capital that could reshape a mid-sized economy. You ask 2 questions. The room moves around those questions. You leave before the lunch is served. No spectacle. No noise. Just a room that pays attention to whoever has the most useful position in it. And somewhere in this city right now, there is a 24-year-old on a second-hand couch staring at an investment app at 11:51 at night. $791 in the account after the market moved. Hand shaking a little. Thinking, is this even worth it? Thinking, what if it keeps going down? Thinking, maybe I should just wait. They don't know yet that the waiting is the mistake. They don't know that the $791 isn't the point. The point is the decision to not close the app and walk away. The market opens every single morning. It doesn't care how old you are. It doesn't ask if you're ready. It doesn't wait for you to feel confident. It just opens. And whoever shows up consistently, patiently, without needing it to be exciting, they compound. The money compounds, and so does everything else.